Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Jason Rivera, and today I'm going to talk to you about the difference between a function declaration and a function expression. So let's get into it. So first thing here is I have what you call a function declaration, and all that is basically just a function, and then you just have a name after it. So you just write the keyword function, following it, you just give it a name. And then in this case I have a function called add with two parameters, and basically it just returns those two parameters added together. And so that's basically all a function declaration is. You just give it a name. And a function expression, the difference is here is it's actually a function without a name. So if we look at this here, this is what you'd consider a function expression, and what you can do is actually assign it to a variable to give it a name. So in this case I have a variable called add, and I set it equal to this anonymous function. So that's basically the difference between a function declaration and a function expression. And so another key difference is how they actually work. And so let me just show you here real quick. So I have a function called add, and let's say I want to call this function. So let me do this. So I'm going to do add 5, 5. All right. And so right here, what I'm doing first is I'm actually invoking the function. So I'm actually calling it, but the function is actually defined farther down the code. So you would think that, okay, this would cause an error because the function add hasn't been defined yet. But if we run the code, it looks like it works. And so the reason why it works is because with function declarations, the function actually gets hoisted to the top of the scope that you're in. So in this case, you can just consider this like the global scope or the window. And so what's happening is actually, like, before this function is actually ran, the JavaScript I believe runtime environment is going to look for any function declarations. So in this case it sees, okay, there's a function declaration and it's called add, so I'm going to actually hoist it to the top. So what actually happens is it actually does this. So like when the JavaScript code actually runs, what happens is, the function add is actually hoisted to the top. The function declaration is hoisted to the top, and then the add function will be invoked after that. And so that's the difference there. And so let's look at our second example. Okay. All right. And so let's try it with this one now. Let's do add, and then we'll do 5, 5. And so what we get here is an error. So this is the key difference here. So whenever you have a function expression and it's assigned to a variable, and you want to invoke that function before the function is actually defined, then you will actually get an error, because since this is actually not a function declaration, it's not going to be hoisted to the top because it's assigned to a variable, and that's the reason why you'll get an error. So yep, so that's function declarations and function expressions, and those are some of the differences there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick video on that. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this, subscribe. Alright, have a good day, guys. See ya.